Hello. Hello. Yeah. So what had happened?
What's tea?
What happened, home?
Girl.
Yes. You ready to cut up on this line, queen?
Let's
'Cause we
let's
about
go.
to.
Let's go.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome back to another episode here with Reyna Tees. You two fabulous motherfucking South Floridian, Florida water, storm thumping, weather magic moving ass hoes, bitch, on the south side.
Yes.
On the south side. And just to let you girls know, Reyna Tees is available for bookings and or spell work, honey. Get your hot plate down in the description box below. We'll be leaving links. Contact us.
We are live, kids. Welcome back.
Oh, we're back. Yes, kids. So we have something very special for you guys and girls tonight. We are opening our Ask Reyna segment. And if you've been following us on the gram and also keeping up with us on Twitter, we said that we were opening up a Ask Reyna segment where we will be taking questions from you guys and gals. And basically, if you want to chime into this and have your question read on the line to Badass Witches, giving you and offering you spiritual advice and insight and a light card pull, because we're going to do card pull for the girls, right?
Yeah.
Right, sis? Okay. So we're going to pull a few cards. Keep in mind, if you do want to be a part of this and have your question read, just send us an email in the subject title at Reyna, Ask Reyna, or questionnaire for Reyna. So we'll know that it's something to be contributed to this part of the show. Also, yeah, don't give us your whole life story. Because some of y'all, when we told y'all about it, y'all gave us like a whole dissertation, honey. It's too much to read on the line. But we have picked one. We're going to keep names obscene. Wait, how do you say it? Obscure, honey. Yeah, names anonymous. And I'm going to try my best to... Okay, so I have the email pulled up. Are you ready, sis?
Yeah.
So we're going to jump right into it.
Uh-huh.
All right, hello, Reynas. I really hope you ladies take my question as I am in need of serious help. From the top, I've been faithfully married to my husband for 6 years. He's a wonderful man who's accepted me and my 13-year-old into his life and treated me like a beautiful queen. 3 years ago, I started working for a marketing company where we were doing heavy sales. Okay. Doing heavy sales. I met a woman a few years younger than me. I'm 35 now. She was really good on the cold calls, and she kind of took me under her wing as I didn't like the pushiness of sales and kind of helped me elevate in that field. She also had a son around the same age as mine. So we became mom pals, if you will. All right, mom pals. During my time working there, I asked her where she had gathered such confidence to go after these sales and land them like she did, and she told me it was the will of her goddess. I don't know which god she was talking about, but upon just mutually hanging out, I found out she was a witch and reads tarot cards and runes. I was curious and naive about the spirits at the time, and she read for me many times. She read about my past trauma with my first child's father, my own abusive father, and how my husband now came in my life to remove all that. It was soothing to hear, and slowly she became part of my life like a sister. Fast forward to now. I was waiting on this. Fast forward to now. I feel this woman really took me and my husband to the cleaners. First, we both left the company we were working for, and she just couldn't stay put with work. She would often ask to borrow money for a bill. It was trustworthy enough. Yeah, girl. It was trustworthy enough because she would send us the actual bill she needed. A cable bill notice, half on her electricity, car insurance. Damn, Paula, so y'all was like, honey, that was like really spending coin on her. And she was always on time in paying it back. Okay, so it says, and she was always on time in paying it back, so I trusted her. But soon it became too much, and she began to step beyond a boundary and ask my husband for money.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Not the husband, honey.
Not the husband, honey. I confronted her, and I confronted her about it, and she said it's gruesome being a single mother in these times with the pandemic. And I have to admit, I felt for her since before I met my husband, I was a single mom too. I told her just come to me first, and we would work something out. But in honest, I was starting to cut back on being as giving to her as she was starting to get way too comfortable. Child, that's understandable.
Okay.
So then she says, this is where shit hits the fan. I found a receipt for a hotel room bill on my husband.
No.
My husband.
No.
Yes, she did. Honey, she had found a receipt for a hotel room bill on my husband and I shared account 2 months ago. 2 months ago. Okay, so this was, we're in July. So, what, that's May? Yeah, May. Upon digging deeper, the room was bought under his name, but had a... Upon digging deeper, the room was bought under his name, but had roomed a woman. I had a suspicion on exactly who it was, so I confronted my husband, and he broke, telling me that nothing happened. Telling me that nothing happened, but that this friend called him crying and pleading she had nowhere else to go, so he got her and her son a room for the weekend just to figure things out. I have to admit, I was furious, them going behind my back, and her again. I told him block and delete her on all social media and phone. Okay? I did the same, and after that, things between me and my husband were sour, like really sour. Then she goes on to say, I got a blank email one day from some strange Gmail I had never seen, and the subject was my middle name. Bitch, what? Wait. I had never seen, and the subject was my middle name.
Wow.
And said, soon you will feel.
No.
Oh, honey, this is like,
yikes.
Girl. She says, I was so terrified because it was my middle name and I knew it was someone that knew me. I was foolish in opening the email. Girl, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I was foolish in opening the email, but it was blank. But as soon as I did, I felt something on me immediately.
Wow.
She laid a trap for you, queen. No. She said, like a sad energy, so sad, so guilty, and I couldn't shake it for weeks. I started to have these nightmares, vivid ones, where my ex-friend would walk in our room naked, and she would start having sex with my husband. Oh, girl, in the dream.
Damn.
She says, I couldn't move or yell. I was just frozen as she looked at me with this evil fucking smirk. She said, evil fucking smirk, girl.
Oh my God.
I've had this dream now 3 times since the email. Each time the place would be different, but she would come in while my husband is with me or next to me, and she would mount him. I told my husband about it. I told my husband about it, and he says it's just me feeling projections of guilt since it's hard to cut someone off when they really need help. But I didn't tell him she's a witch. I'm so desperate here. Please take my question and offer any help, please. And then she signs her name. Girl.
Wow.
Girl.
That is some shit right there.
Yeah, I thought this one would be a key. So I guess before we even get into the reading, let's really share some insight on this. I mean, it's so crazy nowadays in how you really have to establish some fucking boundaries. Like, we are not in the age of Pisces anymore. Pisces was kind of looked at as that martyr and that giver. There was the era of charity and being charitable and really getting the feels from being a part of charitable functions. I'm not going to say that those things still don't happen. Well, not anymore with what's going on, but like these functions and these events and things like that, that was big in the age of Pisces. But now that we move into the age of Aquarius, we're seeing a real huge shift in conscious independence and conscious, just everyone kind of out for themselves.
Wow.
And that's why it's really important for you to establish some healthy boundaries. This is not to say that this woman, that she shouldn't have been helping her friend, but it's you do have to kind of be careful with who you break too much bread with, because a bitch will get real comfortable and fat at your table.
They are, yeah, that is true.
And get real fat at your table and then not want to get up. She was absolutely wrong going behind your back to your husband, bitch. That would have been, I would have been learning magic to get with her ass. Honestly, had that been me, I would have been like, okay, well, let's see, because she really crossed a boundary going there. And I think, I don't know if she want to know if this husband really was telling the truth about being with her, but the cards are going to say that too. But I feel like I would have to get more context. If this is that's kind of a little, but I wouldn't go and jump to say that there was anything that went down between them two. Maybe he just, you guys had known her for a while, so he kind of was like, okay, I do know her, and let me just help her out and get the room. That could have been all that was to it, but both of them were wrong, for keeping it from you. I felt like he should have told you, after the deed was done, he should have just told you, and you should have kind of cut her off a little sooner. I feel like, what are you feeling, sis? What's...
I mean, I definitely feel like it was fucked up that they kept it from her, that he got the hotel for her. I mean, the fact that he kept it from her is kind of proof that they both thought it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? For them to keep it a secret, to me, is like, y'all did that with in the shadows. Y'all did it with in secrecy. And that's the birth of problems and of marriage conflict, and the fact that he turned on you and kind of pulled back and changed the way he is with you. That to me is saying something, that maybe something did happen. And that is a way for him to kind of psychologically manipulate the situation to put the guilt on you. Because if nothing happened, then nothing happened. Things will go back to normal. But the fact that you clocked him and that he had to confess it, and that, he might have seen your body language and the way that you kind of think maybe something went on between them, I think that him doing that or him changing up on you might indicate that something could have happened with them. And I wonder if you saw the woman again after the whole situation with the hotel. You know what I'm saying?
She said she blocked. Blocked.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up. I feel like you've known her for a while. You should have talked with her, and not just block somebody like that, especially somebody who's a witch. You have to be real careful with these witches, honey.
Yes.
Because they will fuck you up, and they will fuck you up, and they will come after your husband if you are not careful. Okay? you know, you were really careless in a way with her. Um, you know, and the fact that your marriage is 60 years old, definitely your husband should have been communicating with you every step
I
of the
agree.
way. Every step of the way.
He should have just came clean about what he had
From
done.
the jump,
I
when
mean,
she contacted him, he could have came and been like, "Look, honey, you know, so and so came and she said she needs a hotel. She, you know, whatever. And between both of y'all, you decide what to do because it was through you that y'all met her. So how can she skip you, go to him, and have him resolve for her? Like, no, he has a whole wife. You know what I'm saying? Which is you. So that's definitely disrespectful. Okay, and I feel like you definitely needed to have closure with her and put her in her place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she should have been told.
She should have been told.
And told that you were no longer going to be communicating with her.
Yeah, because that blocking shit, honestly, like it leaves the door open. You know what I'm saying? It leaves the door open a lot of times, especially on a spiritual level, because this person doesn't have closure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she wants closure, and she still wants in with y'all. Y'all were lending her money. You know, she was paying y'all back, but it's like, you know, that right there, that privilege.
So what are you feeling with the dreams? Because she says she's had it 3 times
I mean, then
now.
then probably the friend is sending a projection or sending a hag to astrally to fuck her husband. Yes, that is real.
And your husband must want to fuck her. Either he did or he
must
kind of wanted to.
Don't bring no younger woman around your man. Don't bring another woman, period, around your man.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no woman like that unless she, you know, you even have to be careful when they have a husband. If it's not a woman who got a man, don't bring no single woman around your man.
Got a man, right?
Yeah, like
having her all up over here, you know, riding and vibing with y'all, and y'all basically taking care of her.
Yeah, you know, yeah, you fucked up on that, sis. So, you know, I feel like I think the closure is a little bit too late now. What you need is to set up spiritual boundaries around your man and around yourself and cut the cord. You have to cut that cord that you have with her.
Yeah.
Because if not, that's the access that she has. That's how she gets to him and to you in the dreams. Because you're having the dreams. You have a cord with her, and she has a cord with your husband. And then when she sent, and that email that you got was
that was a trap.
That was a trap. Yeah, that was like The Ring, the movie The Ring. Okay, you opened that email, and bam, the spirit is on you. So. I feel like you need a cleansing. You need a cleansing. You need a cord cutting. Okay. Yeah. You and then
you might need some. You might need some reconciliation work with you and your husband, girl.
True.
Because
that is true.
Don't let her win. Don't let her win. So let's pull up for you cards and see what Spirit has to say on this side of the Ask Reyna segment. You ready? That was a juicy one, bitch. When I saw her, I was like, girl, this is a lot. This is a lot.
Girl.
Don't bring no young bitch around your husband. Because, you know, men, the thing about men, though, it's like men, and I hate to say it, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but men are like, you know, they're like dogs. They're like wolves, you know, and, you know, with the canines, their attention span and their loyalty is very shifty. It's very shifty. Like, they will respect, but if a bouncier, chewier toy comes bouncing past, they, you know, ears perk up and their nose go right follow. But the thing with like fish is, and females and women act on much more subterfuge, you know. So it's like she was plotting, you know, and she knows that, like, when she was doing the readings for you, because I think she said in here that she was doing readings for her. Yeah, like she did. Girl, you let her get all up in. That's another thing too. Y'all need to be very careful about going to, like having everybody put their imprint and their handprint all up on your karma, like all up on your energy, like that kundalini, and because she was saying that she read for me many times, and I don't know if she must have laid hands on you or something, but she's seeing your past trauma with your first child's father, your own abusive father, and even seeing your fate to how your husband came in, like to remove all that. Like she's getting the tea, like she's getting the blueprint of what you got, sis. Like she's like, dang, like, bam, like this is, this is what she's got going on. So obviously, when her fortune fades, she's going like square root number one. Like you got it. Your husband is possibly providing for you and taking care of you and taking care of the household. Okay, so she knows that you got it, and she wanted to. She slowly became a part of your life, like a sister. That's how they move in. How they move in.
Yep.
You better ask Diamond, honey. You better ask Diamond and her cousin.
Ebony.
Ebony. You better ask Ebony and Diamond, honey. That's a Players Club reference.
Okay, for you young
girls out there. For you young hoes. Okay. So what is the cards giving? Do we have 5, or how many did you want to do?
We can do 5.
All right. So what do we have?
Okay, let's see what we have here, girl. Well, we have the Moon card.
Ooh.
We got the Nine of Chalices. We got the 4 of Pentacles. The Hermit. And the 6 of Chalices.
Wow.
So the Moon card, I feel like that card is definitely saying that she is working that dream magic. She is entering. Yes, she is entering your mind. She is working with those astral spirits. And I wouldn't be surprised if she has something that you gave her. You probably have gifted her something, or something that she owns that is originally yours. And I feel like she may connect to you through that. And even your husband, like she possibly could have taken anything, a napkin, a pen,
his hair,
hair.
Running her hands through his hair, like, oh, thank you so much, Tommy, for the ride in the hotel. Thank you so much. Can I hug you?
Yes.
Bam.
So I feel like with this Moon card is definitely showing that your fears are warranted. I feel like she did do magic to get back at you for cutting her off. I feel like she, especially in a time of need of hers, and she, she needed to be in a hotel. She didn't have nowhere to stay or whatever. She didn't feel comfortable of contacting you to ask you, can I, crash in your couch for a couple of days? Nope. She went behind your back and spoke to your husband. So, the Moon card is about secrets. It's about things happening behind the veil. And I'm picking up that your husband possibly did do something with her. I feel like he did do something with her, or she pulled the move on him. Well, what are you seeing with this Moon card?
Well, honey, I see it with the rest of the cards too. But let's talk about the Moon card. I agree with you completely. This is a lot about what goes on in the dark, these shadows. So there is more to the story. There's a lot more that's going on that maybe you didn't even know about, but some secrets here. And I think it was very interesting that you brought this up, Reyna, but you was like, oh, he shouldn't have been sour with you. Like, he should have been kind of like a little bit trying to remedy the situation. But I mean, she didn't give us much context, but she was just like, it was sour, really sour. I don't know if that was how you were treating him or how he was treating you or how just the energy between you guys was. But like Reyna said, a person who's really not that guilty, but they made a mistake, they kind of try to rectify and make things better. They don't sit back and hold on to like a resentment, because were you in your right to ask for contact to cease between him and her? Absolutely. But I think maybe you was being a little too pushy when you went and like forced, I don't know, maybe like you was right there telling him like delete it, I want to see you block her, like don't contact her, and he could have went and contacted her ass, like something, anything. It's just so many link lines that we have to get in contact with a bitch. Obviously she's writing you secret emails, so bitch, what's to say she's not writing your husband? Mm-hmm. So that's what the moon card is giving, like a lot of subterfuge, like just fears being warranted. So yeah, we can move on.
Okay, so the next card is the Nine of Chalices. And what are you seeing with this Nine of Chalices?
The Nine of Chalices, this is why I said you might be right about something going down between them two, because this is about self-indulgence. This is about like having your cake and eating it too. Mm-hmm. This is about, like really having like 9 cups, all different flavors, and you getting your fill. You're just there with the smug look like, yeah, bitch, I got that and yours. So I feel like she probably pulled a move on him and he gave in. Because somebody's getting their cake and eating it too in this situation. What are you seeing, sis?
With this Nine of Chalices, I definitely agree with you with this 9. And I feel like, because in the African deck is showing a man and this large snake, and the snake is looking like it's going to attack a woman in the water. So I feel like the snake is the woman, is the witch, and she has entangled with your husband. She is entangled with your husband, honey, and she is attacking you. She is spiritually attacking you. She
paralyzes you in the dream.
Like a snake would bite you and paralyze you.
Yeah.
And send you neurotoxins through your bloodstream. So
she's doing that in your spirit stream.
She is a snake, and she is on your husband. And I feel like he low-key feels something for her as well. I feel like he has feelings towards her. And she is working on him. I wouldn't be surprised if she has a honey jar on him. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that too. 9 of Chalices, honey. One of them chalices got honey in it, and his hair, and his saliva. Okay, and she has been doing magic on him, and she's doing magic on you, trying to separate you and your man.
Yep. The bitch got a honey jar and a sour jar, girl.
Yes, she do.
At the same time.
Yes, she do. She absolutely does. So we can move on to the next card.
Okay.
The next card is the 4 of Pentacles, and I feel like she is bitter because you have retracted from her. That she is angry at you because you pulled away the money. That was something that was very convenient for her. Maybe she had a lot of bills. Maybe there were a lot of things she had to pay off. Taking care of a child is very expensive as well. I don't know where you guys are located, but depending on where you live, there's different costs. So I feel like her borrowing money from you, and even needing that assistance when she asked your husband to rent the hotel for her, that's something convenient for somebody who goes through hard times, or that's like a safety net for her. It was a safety net for her. So the fact that you took that away, that really set her off, and she is upset.
She's after you, girl.
She's after you. Yeah.
She's after you. Yikes. So Yeah, this card, I feel like you hit it definitely on the head. This card also represents feeling entitled as well, which I feel is very wrong on her behalf. And I feel like for a lot of you people out there, that are natural givers, and you are, that being altruistic is a very beautiful thing, being gracious and giving to someone. But you guys also have to be very mindful of, like, there's a difference when a person asks for, okay, like, a few favors, and a person who, like, expects you every single time that something is going wrong, and they're going through, like, a cycle of misery. They will never be able to really pull themselves up by their bootstraps if they always have codependency with, all these different people around, and I feel like, I don't know if you did, but I feel like you should have had, like, a real serious talk with your husband and really let him know, how you were feeling about it, and how you yourself was, y'all was going to be distancing yourselves from her, in that regard. From what I gathered in the emails, it kind of seemed like you just was having this conversation with her and kind of leaving your husband in the dark, and that's not a good move to do either. Like, if that's your husband, your man on board, like, he should have known her ass was a witch. Like, you didn't even tell him, this man over here just daydreaming about this woman all day, thinking this stuff is real, his feelings are real, and girl, he's spelled. Okay, and if he done tap that yonk honey, then he's really spelled. Okay, you're gonna need a whole wash for him to get her off of him. And she seems to come in them dreams and mount him like she been there before. So yeah, this card kind of gives me entitlement, feeling very possessive of. She wants your life. She wants your spot. She wants your face. She wants what you have, definitely. So we can move on to the next one.
So the next card is the Hermit card, and I feel like the woman, the witch, she's working on separating you and your husband. She's doing separation magic. I feel like your husband has done something with her. I feel like there might be feelings involved. I don't know where you guys are right now in your relationship, but to me, this card is saying that either you're taking time for yourself, or you guys are pulling away from each other, and it's not what it used to be as far as, like, our relationship. Yeah. So right now, you guys need to be communicating, because this card is about needing help. It's a card about like a new direction, looking for something new. It's a card about just looking inward and also desiring something. So you have to be really careful leaving your husband alone as well. I feel like you need to be on him. Like when like there doesn't need to be any type of ill feelings or separation, as far as, like, oh, I'm in this room and he's in that room, or we're not talking right now. You need to be on your man, honey, on his fucking lap, kissing him. You need to be on him, because if you're not, somebody else will. Okay, you need to be sweet on your man. Okay, like all of that argumentativeness and conflict and just combativeness and having an attitude and not feeling him and still mad at him, let that shit go if you want your marriage. Okay, because all of that is pushing him away. And
yes, it is.
Y'all, that's the last thing you need to be doing, is pushing away from him if you still want him. So what are you seeing with this card?
I feel like this card is saying a sour jar has been put and placed and working. I feel like if she has been seeing him, or if I feel like she's still seeing him too. I feel like she's still seeing him because she's working. I've seen a honey jar with the Nine of Chalices and sour jar with the motherfucking Hermit bitch. She is trying to get you up out of there. So like Reyna's saying, you know, you first of all, you need to get on that magic cleanup ASAP, because I mean, this happened 2 months ago. I don't know where things are between you guys, but you know, she's terrorizing your marriage, and the longer this goes on, the harder it will be to pick up the pieces and put them back together. You know, it's like this thing happened where, okay, like this shift, and you know, you're kind of like oust from each other, and then he's over here kind of having this emotional worry and attachment about her, because yeah, like, you know, that woman called him crying and pleading, like in her moment of desperation. And a lot of men, they have a very white knight complex. You know, they love to go save a damsel. You know, and they know that when a bitch is like that in her, that's when it gets them hard. Okay, it gets them real hard, and they like that. They like that softness, and they like to feel like they saved a hoe. So your husband kind of has this complex in him right now where he's feeling like underappreciated with you, and like he saved her. So that's gonna compel him to really worry about her, and especially if you came in and you force the cease of contact. That's another thing too. You, honey, we all with teenagers and kids, you know, parents tell us not to do something, we want to do it. We want to see for ourselves. So you have to be very careful about trying to dominate him on that situation. I feel like you did the best. You know, you were kind of like, look, like this got to stop, cut the contact with her. But I think you should have been more in communication, and you definitely, both of you guys definitely need communication at this point, or separation is going to happen. Like this card is indicating like a separation is going to happen. That man going to be either file for a divorce or want to not even see you in the same house as him, and that's going to suck. So what's the last card?
So the last card is the Sixth of Chalices. And this is definitely what you were saying about the whole saving someone, because the Sixth of Chalices is about giving. It's about like, and even in the right way, it's about it showing a older boy giving flowers
to a younger girl.
Yes. So I feel like this card is, to me, is saying that maybe the communication is still there. Maybe he is still helping her on the low.
Yes, he is.
You don't know if she called him boohoo crying. You know, that is a soft spot. It seems like he does like to help. He likes to be charitable. He likes to like just
help.
These
cards coming through, honey.
Yeah. China, you better be careful, honey, that she don't get pregnant by him. Okay, because then that'll be real messy. Okay. So you gotta really watch out, because listen, that's a hook right there. That's all she need to do.
Yeah. I wonder if, I mean, how good you guys are, because she really wants in on your life. Like, it seems like your husband is, because see, even in the Rider Waite, like the Six of Chalices, the boy has many chalices. He has all six, and he's giving the girl one. So it's like, it's really no egg off his skillet.
He might have some money. You know, they might be good, like as far as like, you know, that their household.
Right. She wants in on this, and she is working his emotional, charitable, and like that hero, like that hero complex. And a lot of men do have that. Like they do, like they just want to save someone and kind of be the hero. Like it earns them adoration and respect, and men
earns them
love
sex too.
That's right. I was just going to say, and older men love that energy from younger women. You know, that's why they be kind of low-key cheating on their wives, because the wife is kind of in this place. And this is why Reyna said, bitch, don't be over here acting sour with this man. Like, you need more than ever to reignite that sensibility and that I don't want to say that fire, because like, you know, the sex or whatever, that he could just try. A man can bone you, bitch, and be thinking about the next bitch. So that's not where it's at. You need to appeal to the nostalgic too, because you have more history with him than her. So this card also talks about nostalgia and good memories and good times. So you need to be moving towards. I know we can't do much right now with coronavirus, but like, bitch, you need to go to have a picnic date with your man. Like, you
even in the backyard,
at the park or the beach. You know, I don't know where you guys are. She didn't really say, but yeah, like you're gonna have to take the lead on this one, sis, if you really are trying to save your marriage, because this man, it seems like he already 1 foot out the door emotionally. Like, he's kind of over here with her, and trust me, she is over here playing victim to the T. Okay, to the T. She's over here with tears. Like, I thought she was like my best friend, and I tried my best with her, and I did everything. I'm so sorry that I was like a burden to you guys, and I don't mean to be, but things are just so hard right now. And your husband just like, I know, you know, it's all right. Like, it's okay. You know, we have it. You know, we can help you if we can. But I just, you know, it's just like, Edward, you know, just lean in, bitch, and next thing you know, her mouth is on his cock. So you cannot put it past. You cannot put it past. So you're kind of right now. What our recommendation for Ask Reyna, what our recommendation is first you need to start with the cleansing for yourself. You need to work on a core cutting exercise to do away with her. You need possibly reconciliation work with your man and wards around the house. Okay? And you need to, you as a person, need to step back into your marriage and be that partner, because there's a separation here. You guys aren't working together. Okay? So that is the Miss Ask Reyna. Would you like to add anything else, sis?
I think you said it clearly. You know, you definitely need that work. You definitely need to reconciliate your marriage. Get your husband, honey, if you still want him. Okay, and are willing to work through this.
And get rid of her. Like, get rid of her, because she's all up in your house.
All up in your house. Cut the cord and get your man back, honey. Get your man back. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Wonderful. Well, this was a really fun first Ask Reyna segment. Let us know down in the comment section what you guys would recommend for our lovely writer, our lovely questionnaire. What you guys would suggest. Are you seeing anything that you guys would do in this situation differently? Let us know, and let's get the conversation popping in the comment section. Don't forget, if you're interested, to write us at Gmail, girl. Reyna Tees, right? I was going to say Ask Reyna. Reyna Tees at gmail.com. Write us your question, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.